He was a sharpshooter with deadly accuracy, but this time things were different. He brought 4 bullets, and, most bizarrely of all, he, a man who never accounted for wind, stuck a tiny pinwheel on the balcony to read the air currents. Just to be extra sure, the man known as the Jackal even fired a test shot before the president appeared, but the bullet veered off target by a full 50 centimeters. For a sniper, that kind of deviation was catastrophic. He quickly adjusted his scope and fired again. This time, it was dead center. But the odds of successfully assassinating a sitting president? A pitiful 0.01%. Even after completing the hit, the Jackal didn't flee right away. He deliberately let the bodyguards across the street catch a glimpse of his location before calmly dismantling his rifle, packing it into a suitcase, and placing a bomb under the bed. As he left, he pulled the fire alarm so the cops would zero in on the building. Then he drove off in a pre-arranged getaway car to a nearby parking garage. There, he popped the trunk, pulled out his luggage, and loaded it into a different Audi, disappearing without a trace. By the time the SWAT team arrived, there were no leads. Even the first getaway car had been rigged to explode in the garage, wiping away any evidence. This was classic top-tier assassin work, but obviously, assassinating a president doesn't end with a clean getaway. So the Jackal improvised. He bought a chess set to help disguise his true motives, hoping the purchase would make him seem like nothing more than a traveling collector. After all, that was his cover for being in the country. Returning empty-handed would have raised red flags. Though customs was under heavy scrutiny now, the Jackal kept his cool, explaining he had just attended an exhibition. When police inspected his documents, they asked him to open a box in the front passenger seat. Unbeknownst to them, they were falling right into his trap. The box contained a set of expensive ivory chess pieces, which was indeed what he'd come to collect. And looking at the Jackal's gaunt, harmless-looking frame, the cops couldn't picture him hurting a fly, so they waved him through. Soon after, the Jackal made it to France. At an internet cafe, he plugged a special USB drive into a computer to check in with his employers and ask when he'd get paid. But then a message popped up in the corner of the screen. He clicked it, puzzled. Turned out it was a new job offer. Eliminate a major target. The bounty? $10 million. The catch? The client wanted to meet in person. As a rule, the Jackal never met clients face to face. But $10 million bucks? That kind of money made even a seasoned killer reconsider. Little did he know, this next mission would be far tougher than anything he'd faced before.